Are you guys ready for the weirdest location video like ever? I'm sitting outside. I've got a pre-op appointment. I am here early, and I thought, it's a great time to sit and chat. And so today we're going to talk about some surprising foods to stock up before winter hits, because she's a-coming. Yes, she is. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are all about pantry preparedness. Yes, we are. And sometimes, in order to get the message out to you, I need to do it from the car. Just lately. It's not a regular occurrence. Yeah, because this is just an odd place to make it happen. But as the chill of winter approaches, because, oh yeah, it's showing up. Stuff's crunchy, right? Preparing our pantry with essential and sometimes surprising foods can make a big difference in staying cozy and well-fed through the colder months. While staples like flour and rice often top preparedness lists, there are lesser known foods that provide both nutrition and versatility for winter meals. And sometimes you just need a little variety, right? These foods can support your body's immunity, bonus, add variety to meals, and store well. And it makes them ideal additions for those reasons to a winter pantry. Not that you can use them all the time, but specifically for winter is what I'm thinking. So we're going to talk about a list of surprising foods to stock before winter hits, because we still have just a teeny tiny little bit of time. And we're going to have some tips on how to store them also for maximum shelf life, because that's important. So let's get started. Number one, canned pumpkin. Now, canned pumpkin should be on your shelves. It's normally kind of low on stock leading up to October, but it's there now. It's there now. Trust me. So, canned pumpkin. Look at the ingredients. Make sure that it is literally only pumpkin. Okay, that's the big thing. Why do I want this on my shelves? Well, because it's nutrient dense. Big thing. With high amounts of vitamin A, fiber, and antioxidants, right? Perfect for boosting immunity and comforting cold weather recipes. Now, you can make pumpkin soup. You can make all kinds of pumpkin stuff. There's the internet, but I love using it for making breads or muffins or, that kind of thing. It's fantastic. I also like keeping it around for the pups when they decide to get into something that they shouldn't. And it happens sometimes. So canned pumpkin is a great thing to keep on hand for them. If it's easier and you have a dehydrator, it's also a great thing to dehydrate and powder, because then you can sneak it in just about everywhere and it takes up like no space. But as far as storing canned pumpkin, you want to store it, as always, in a cool, dark place. Avoid dented and damaged cans, because that can be an issue. Once opened, transfer it to an airtight container and refrigerate it for a week, or you can freeze it for longer if you don't use all of it, which that's a lot of pumpkin. I get it. So if you're just making a little something, and you don't need the whole can, put it in a freezer bag, mark the freezer bag. Trust me, mark the freezer bag, okay? And freeze it, and it'll be there for a later date. Number two is powdered milk. I always say have powdered milk on hand. It's a great thing for all kinds of uses. It's a versatile staple that provides calcium and protein. Yes, it does. And it can be used in baking. It can be used in cooking or milk substitute in recipes. They have dairy-free options that you can take a look at also. So take a look at those. Definitely the fat-free lasts significantly longer than the full fat. So that's what I recommend having on hand for, all the different stuff. Keep it in its original sealed container, ideally in a dry, cool area. That's ideal, okay? For long-term storage, you might consider repacking it if it's not in a bag, because a lot of them come in a bag. Repackage it into vacuum sealed bags. You can use oxygen absorbers if you want. It's not necessary if you're vacuum sealing it, and you got a good vacuum sealer. Number three, one of my favorites, shrooms, baby. Okay, so dried mushrooms are an incredible addition to your pantry for a whole bunch of different reasons. Dried mushrooms bring that umami flavor. Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good to dishes, and they're packed with minerals and immune boosting properties. Mushrooms are good for you. Yes, they are. They're lightweight and they require no refrigeration because they're dried. One of my favorite things. So if you don't have room for canned ones, dried ones, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So you want to store those in an airtight container away from any light and any humidity. Humidity is your enemy. Dried mushrooms can last for years if kept cool and dry. Seriously, years. And so if you've got some dehydrated ones, turn them into a powder. They take up even less room. You can tuck them into meat dishes. You can do all kinds of things with them. I love mushrooms. I have them in all forms. I have them freeze-dried. I have them dehydrated. I have them canned, and I have them powdered because mushrooms are life. Yes, they are. Next are your nut butters because, hello, okay? It doesn't have to be peanut butter. It can be almond, cashew, whatever. Nut butters are rich in healthy fats and protein, and don't forget about the vitamins because they're in there too. They offer a filling, nutrient-dense snack or addition to meals. You can use them to make peanut sauce for stir fries and all kinds of stuff, right? You want to keep the jars in a cool, dark place. You notice cool, dark, dry. That's your thing, right? For maximum freshness, refrigerate once opened. If they are real nut butters, they're all real nut butters, but if they're natural nut butters where they don't have anything like Jif, who, I love Jif, but if they are more of a natural nut butter, then keeping them in the fridge makes them last a lot longer. It's a great thing. Keeping your nut butters in the refrigerator is fantastic. The above and beyond, commercial peanut butter, that kind of stuff, pure nut butter, no preservatives, no additives, no nothing like that. Refrigerate that puppy. It's going to last you a lot longer. Next is honey. Oh, honey. Yes, honey. Now, honey lasts forever, right? Real honest to God, honey lasts forever. It's a forever food. It's a natural sweetener with antibacterial properties and virtually an unlimited shelf life if it's stored properly. So it can be, the medicinal value on top of the nutrition, on top of it tastes so good, right? Store honey in a tightly sealed container, room temperature. If it crystallizes, that's normal and that's good. That's not a bad thing. Place it in a container of warm water to liquefy it. So you don't want to nuke it. You ruin everything when you nuke it, and you don't want to boil it or anything like that. You just want it to let loose. It's little magical stuff. But honestly, I just stick a spoon in there and I pull the crystals out. I'm happy. It does all the same work. Next is canned fish, and there's salmon, and there's sardines, and there's tuna, and there's mackerel, and how many are there? I'm sure there's a whole bunch more than what I've mentioned, but these things are fantastic. They are absolutely great. Canned fish provides essential omega-3 fatty acids, and we all need that, and we all don't get nearly what we need. It also provides protein and minerals, making it an excellent choice for hearty winter meals or snacks. Yeah. Keep it in a cool, dark pantry, just like everything else, okay? Use it before its best buy date for the best taste, but, it's not like it goes bad afterwards. It just starts to degrade a little bit. That's all. The taste could go a little bit not as fresh, it could lose a little bit of the nutrition, but basically you want to use it before the best buy date if you can. It remains safe. This is what you need to know, well beyond that date if it's stored properly. So keep that, in mind. Also, don't throw it out just because the date is a little past. It's not a big deal. Coconut milk is not normally a thing that you hear a lot of people talking about or using. It's not the norm. So coconut milk is a great dairy substitute, though. Ideal for soups, curries, and creamy desserts, because, hello, dessert season. It is shelf stable, and it adds a rich flavor to dishes, which is really nice. You definitely want to store canned coconut milk in a cool, dark place, okay? Open, or once it's opened, you want to transfer it to an airtight container and refrigerate it and use it within a week because that's just the best practice. Next is apple cider vinegar. This stuff is phenomenal. I think there are actually books out there that will tell you that it will solve every problem known to man. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has a multitude of uses, okay? From flavoring dishes to supporting digestive, system, and preserving food. Yeah, you can use it when you pickle stuff. It's great. For storage, you want to keep it in a cool, dark place. As a fermented product, it literally lasts indefinitely if it's stored in the original container with a tight seal, and if the original container is not metal. You want to pay attention to that for certain. Now, okay, jars of spices and seasonings are fantastic. I buy in bulk because I'll have what's in my kitchen in the little container, but I'll also, anything extra goes into mason jars and gets vacuum sealed, because if it's kept in a cool, dark place, it will last for years, regardless of what you've heard. It has to be vacuum sealed. It has to be in an airtight container and kept dark and cool. If you can pull that off, you can spend money on a bulk purchase and not have to buy it again for a very, very long time. Ghee. Everybody talks about ghee. So ghee is a fantastic thing to keep around for emergencies or anything else. It's not my favorite for daily use by any stretch. It's just not something that I care for, but it has a high smoke point. So it's really a great thing to have when you're looking at a longer term fat storage. It has a rich flavor, when you're using it for cooking, and it provides healthy fats without requiring refrigeration. And that's important, unlike regular butter. So when you store ghee, though, you want to pay attention, and you want to keep it in an airtight container. You hear I'm kind of redundant on some of this, right? Airtight container, cool, dark place. Unopened, it lasts literal years. How many? I don't know. Literal years, okay? So don't stress about it. But once you open it, you do want to use it within 3 to 6 months. It does not have the counter life that butter does. In the refrigerator, it does last longer, where you can get 3 to 6 months out of it. So it might make it a little more challenging to spread on your toast, but hey, it's great to have in case of an emergency. Whole grains are the next thing. Whole grains are filling. They're nutrient dense, versatile, perfect for hearty winter meals like soups and casseroles. A lot of, think about your barley, that kind of stuff, right? Farro, oh yeah, in soup. It's just so good. Keep in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers if possible, okay? And store it in a cool, dry area, and, as dark as you can make it. Whole grains can literally last decades. Yeah, I mean, they're fantastic. Now we're going to come to everybody's favorite, right? Lentils and split peas. They don't take up a lot of room at all. They're super quick and easy to cook. They can be made into a bunch of different things, because depending on the spices you use, they're fantastic. Lentils are great mixed in with your ground beef. Nobody will know they're there unless you tell them, okay? So you don't need to tell them. And when you use spices and stuff, you can extend a meatloaf, you can extend meatballs, you can extend spaghetti or taco meat or whatever. Literally, you can double your meat just by adding some lentils, and nobody has a clue that they're there. These legumes cook really quick. Say that 5 times really fast. They don't require soaking. You don't have to pre-soak them. And they're packed with protein and fiber, 2 very important things for all of us, okay? Making them ideal for winter soups and stews, because, oh my gosh, you want that fiber and you want that protein, because it makes you feel warm and it makes you feel full for longer, and that's important. Keep them in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers if you have them, to keep them fresh for years, okay? Keep them cool and keep them dry, and dark is good where everything is concerned. Last but not least, my friends, we have herbal teas, because even as a supreme coffee drinker, when I'm sick, I want tea. I want tea with honey and, yeah, a shot of whiskey, because it's going to make me feel better the way nothing else does. Herbal teas can soothe and warm you during cold weather. Plus offer some health benefits because they're herbal, okay? Such as aiding digestion, reducing inflammation. They can help you sleep. They can, clear up the breathing passages, you name it. It's all there. They're fantastic. Store in airtight containers in a dark, dry space. Now, the really cool part about teas is they can last up to 2 years if kept away from light and moisture. 2 years, yeah. It's a great thing to have around, even if you don't drink a lot of it, just so that you've got it if you need it. Preparing for winter isn't just about the basics. You know, there's all the little stuff too. It's about selecting foods that offer variety so that you don't get run down. Preparing for winter isn't just about the basics. Never, never, never. It's about selecting foods that offer variety and nutrition and comfort during those cold months. You know, we need some comfort. By incorporating these unexpected but valuable items, you can enhance your pantry's resilience and your ability to enjoy flavorful, balanced meals no matter what winter may bring. Because it sounds like this winter is going to bring some challenges. Yes, with careful storage, these foods can literally see you through the season and beyond for years, and that's important. Providing security and sustenance as temperatures drop. Remember, if you have not tried them before, don't go buy 50 pounds. Get a little bit. Try it out. Give it some, give it some effort to see if it's something that you can incorporate, and then go buy 50 pounds. But make sure that it's something that you're going to eat before you buy it, because otherwise you're just wasting money. And hopefully these little surprise items in your pantry will help you feel more comfortable, more sustained, and healthier as this winter goes. Until next time, everybody, be safe. Keep stacking it to the rafters, my friends.